Hi guys, it's Emma, and in today's video we're going to be doing something fun. Today's a video where I'm reacting to your assumptions about me. So basically, I think Avery has done this video and so has HIIIIII fam, and I watch both of them. I love both of them, and I thought this is just a really great video, and especially for me, I have some connections to assumptions about me. When I was in middle school, I was very severely bullied through ask.fm, which is an anonymous question asking website. It was like the worst time of my life. I asked to assume stuff about me and I got like 300 responses, and some of these things just really didn't hold back and I was very surprised. So we're just gonna go through and address them, talk about them, say if they're right or wrong. For the most part, everybody just assumes that I'm rich and I vape. So I don't know if that's a good thing, because do I look like that? So the first one is you party a lot in college. Given that I don't know what your scale is for a lot, I wouldn't say that I party per se a lot, but I definitely enjoy tailgating and like going out on the weekend nights. I don't really go out during weeknights because personally I'd rather do schoolwork and I have like a schedule to maintain. Decent amount, I'd say. I got another one that said you have more guy friends than girlfriends, and this one is actually true. I've always had a lot of really strong guy friends over girlfriends. Having friends with boys cuts a lot of the BS out of my life, and so I have a lot of girlfriends too that don't partake in that, but there are so many friends that I've had that have just like sucked the life out of me that have been girls that have just been a waste of time, to be honest, because it's never been a good relationship, and like guy friends have just been something that I've always had and always easy for me to have. Somebody said your first choice was Virginia Tech, and this is actually true. When it comes down to colleges, Virginia Tech was probably my top choice in state, but overall it definitely wasn't my top choice. If I had to go anywhere, I probably would have chosen to go to University of Florida out of the ones that I applied to. Out of any school like ever, probably would have chosen the one in like California or maybe New York, but Tech was my top choice in state, but it wasn't my top choice overall. Somebody said you had an emo phase that no one knows about. This one is actually very true. I've never actually addressed this on the internet. It's around the time when I started my YouTube channel. So when I moved to Virginia, I was actually, bless you, I was actually pretty intensely bullied. It was to the point where I was known in middle school as the girl to other middle schools as like the girl that was bullied. I wouldn't say I was like emo, but like all my friends turned against me. The majority of the grade telling me to kill myself. Online, in person, people would talk about me every day. I didn't sit with anybody at lunch. It was like a pretty dramatic and aggressive period of time where I had no friends, and I'm grateful for it now because it was really shaping towards me as an individual. But not to be, I wouldn't say dramatic, but it definitely was a really big thing that happened in my life that was very intense when I was only like 13 or 14, and everyone knew me as a girl that was bullied, so that's a cool tagline to have when you're like in 7th grade. Somebody said you and your boyfriend broke up. I actually have never had a true boyfriend, to be honest, because I dated in middle school a little bit. I'll get into that later. But I've never had like a true boyfriend, and so this semester at college kind of had this ongoing thing with this kid, and not gonna lie, it threw me for a damn loop, and we could just like talk about mind games and like messing with me for months, and it really just like kind of screwed me up, not gonna lie. And so I've been so like emotionally off and like confused for so long because of this experience, and that's why I haven't posted in a long time. I've been like dealing with that, and it's been really dramatic. Like the situation that I was in and what this guy was doing to me was kind of ridiculous. I had never experienced anything like that, and it was just crazy nuts, soap opera dramatic, way too much for me. I hate drama. So I'm glad it's over with because it was way too much. I'm gonna do a whole video on it, but he's not worth the attention, so I'm not gonna do that. But new motto is boys are something to be left in 2018 because they're simply not worth our time. Somebody said you and William are dating. William and I are actually not dating. William is my best friend. I literally tell him all the time, I was like, William, if we could just do the chapstick challenge, you can like kiss me for the thumbnail, it would do so well, and like Emma and William stans will like go crazy and hype up our fake romance, but there's really nothing going on. We're just literally best friends and hang out like all the time. Completely platonic. He hates the attention that me putting him in my videos gets him, and he's been recognized a few times at Georgia Tech because of being in my videos, and he also hates that. I think it's really funny, but we're just friends. Somebody said, I bet you like steak. Someone else said you've had a ton of boyfriends. Kind of goes back to that. So when I was in middle school, I dated 6 guys in like 5 months because dating in middle school was like not real dating, and it was like only talk over text and you couldn't see them in the hallway, you'd run the other way, and like fake dating. And I dated like 5 guys in middle school because I moved to that middle school and it was like regular there, and I had never done that in Florida where I used to live, and so I partaked. I did it because I thought it was fun. But I've never truly had a real boyfriend because, to be honest, I feel like boys, as of late experiences, are a waste of time. Someone said you get told that you talk too fast on the daily, and this is damn true. I always get told that I talk too much in person, like very often, especially when I'm excited or I'm caffeinated. But I feel like as of recently, it's been a recurring theme in my YouTube videos, especially at school, because I've noticed that I'm not comfortable yet at tech. It's not that I'm not comfortable, but I'm not comfortable vlogging and being this social media person yet at tech. So I tend to talk really fast. So I want to get it over with. And it's hard being, I guess, confident, which is interesting because vlogging in high school wasn't hard because everyone knew, the whole school like knew that I did it, and like it was super casual. And, like, I whip out the camera like when I was walking like to class because like I was a senior, I was a junior, I was upperclassman, and like it was a lot different than being at tech and being like this small girl that does like this one thing that no one knows about. It's a whole different platform in terms of confidence, so I've had a hard time vlogging in public so far, but I think I'm getting better at it because in the long run it really just doesn't matter, and I'd rather have a good vlog and have people stare at me than get like bad clips and have it be a waste for someone that I'm only gonna see on a 5-minute walk to one class, you know? Someone said you weren't a rich spoiled kid and you don't own AirPods. I'm not a rich spoiled kid, but I own AirPods now, so. I was told you make Richmond look bougie, which I think is really funny because I don't even know if I think I make it look bougie or lavish, but I just feel like nobody really shows Richmond in the way that I show Richmond. I don't know, like I like shooting in fun spots and like colors and wearing like really weird, crazy, wacky outfits, and that like works for me because it's fun. I feel like nobody else portrays it in the way that I do, maybe, even though like tons of people do the same thing that I do, but just like don't put as much of it online, I guess, or have as much of the following that sees it. But Richmond's actually a really, really cool city, super underrated. It was actually named one of the top 5 best hipster cities by some newspaper a while ago, and I was like, hey, I live there. It's like top 2, 3 best thrift cities too, so rich city represent, baby. You low-key get wild on the weekend in college but don't show it. I wouldn't say I pop off and go crazy, but also like I would never vlog or like portray that side of me. I always want to set the best example possible. I just feel like internet is forever, and I want to put out the best possible version of myself while also sharing like the not so great parts of it. I just think it's important to, if you have power and influence, to use it in a good manner, and I like to be real, and I'm real about a lot of stuff, but when it comes to like vlogging at like parties and stuff, I just want to see that, but sometimes it's just not what you want to set an example with, I guess. But I definitely like will vlog at parties like a little bit. Someone said your mom is really cool. And that's true. You seem like an extrovert in your videos, but you're actually an introvert. This is very true. My family and my friends call me the antisocial social media influencer. I like to be alone like 80% of the time. My thing is with like social interaction or like my friends, I like to choose on like my terms when I have to be social. So like I control the situation, and like I can like mentally prepare myself to be like super engaging and like super social. I need time to like recharge and like be alone in order to be super social all the time. I get really stressed out and really snappy really fast, even bitchy, I would say so. It's just a weird thing that I have, and I can get overwhelmed really easily if I'm not left alone a lot. And in college, I'm never alone, which is a huge stress factor for me. Like the one time I filmed a haul in college, like one of the first videos I posted, I had like a 5-person audience, and I literally wanted to jump out the window because I like to do my thing and talk by myself and like prepare myself to film mentally. When I'm forced to do it with like 0 time and an audience, I literally just want to end it all. Someone said you're nervous to dye your hair blonde, and that is just damn correct. I've wanted to go platinum blonde for like 80,000 years, but I'm actually worried my hair would fall out of my scalp. I've literally wanted to go platinum blonde since Amanda Steele went platinum blonde like 10,000 years ago. Would my hair ever be the same? Someone said you don't think college is for you, but you're sticking with it because you know it will benefit you in the long run. After like 4 weeks of being in college, I was like, wow, like I'm kind of bored with this lifestyle, because since Blacksburg is small, there's not much to do on the weekends to get out of it, so you're pretty much stuck on that 24/7. And I'm like, I'm ready for my apartment, to have my own life, to work an internship, to like have my own space, to do my own thing. I've talked to my parents, I'm like, college like maybe isn't for me, but it's gonna benefit me in the long run. I know it'll be good to have my degree. They're very adamant about me staying in school. Not as exciting as I thought it would be, but at the same time it's also crazy exciting. It's a lot of up and downs, I'd say. You thrift because you think you're edgy, not because you're broke. So this one yeah. I wouldn't necessarily consider myself edgy. I thrift because I enjoy the idea that I can find like one-of-a-kind pieces for so cheap, and like show people that you can like follow this trend and wear this style without paying like $80 for it from a mainstream store. And I enjoy like the recyclable fashion aspect. I also enjoy it because it makes me unique and different, and like gives me, yeah, an edge. I guess it makes me edgy. I don't know. I wouldn't say I thrift because I have to shop at Goodwill, but I thrift because I enjoy shopping at Goodwill, if that makes sense. Someone said, you used to wear Vineyard Vines, but now you refuse. This is actually true. I don't know if it was exactly Vineyard Vines, but I definitely had like a super preppy Abercrombie and Fitch, Bermudas, braided belt, rainbows kind of phase, Uggs, silky ribbon in the hair, any middle school girl ever, and it was the worst, and now I would burn all of those clothes, to be honest. Someone said, you don't f with people who don't treat you right, and that is really just true. If you like screw me over, I just don't mess with you anymore because it's not worth my time, to be honest, and I'm someone that holds grudges, and I know it's not the best. I wouldn't even necessarily call it holding a grudge, but if you do me dirty, I will always have something in the back of my mind that will make me like never trust you ever again. And it can be overcome for sure, but I'm very protective and very mistrusting in the first place. So if you earn that trust from me and then ruin it, it's gonna take a lot to get it back because otherwise I let people walk all over me sometimes, and that's not what needs to happen. Someone else said, you really want to be in the Dote Squad and collab with like Emma, Hannah, Olivia, and Summer. This is actually really interesting because I don't know, I feel like our personalities are definitely very similar, and I feel like we get along in terms of like just being friends. I think that'd be really cool, and not necessarily like just on the basis of like just collabing and creating videos, but I feel like as a whole we'd be really compatible, and because we make kind of some of the same content and stuff like that, I feel I watch them, I think they're really cool and I think they're great, and a lot of them inspire videos that I make. I wouldn't say that I wish I was in the Dote Squad per se, because being in a group online that's perceived as very exclusive can be detrimental, as you've seen by the previous large Dote trips. T. Someone said, you copy Emma Chamberlain sometimes, not hate, I promise. So it's actually interesting, when I did a couple videos that got really popular like last year when she was blowing up, I used to get a lot of comments like that. I've been making thrift videos and like vlogs like that since before she created a channel, and that's the part that's hard for me because someone that's bigger than you is always going to get more recognition and more support behind their content over you, and so when it comes down to like is it her or you, they're always going to side with her. I definitely find myself, the content that I enjoy to watch, I find myself making content similar, because if I don't even enjoy watching my own videos, then I don't want to put them up. And so it's like when I was like really obsessed like Danielle Carroll, and I make more like relaxing theme vlogs, and like once I started watching Emma Chamberlain's videos and realizing that I like videos that were like active and had a lot of motion and like were really fun, I wanted to film videos similar to that. But I would never say that I've ever like directly stolen a concept or like been like change my personality. I feel like I've changed my style of video sometimes because I tend to make what I enjoy to watch, if that makes any sense, because if I don't like what I make, then what's the point of making it, I guess. It's hard getting this comment, especially when you've been doing videos for so much longer. I understand where they're coming from. These people are just gonna click on my channel probably from hers and just assume that like, oh, I made videos because of that. And there are times when you see other YouTubers like are direct copies, like are like that. But if anything, I feel like watching her and seeing her put her personality that much online kind of allowed me to put my personality that much online, because if you know me in real life, I am very much similar to how I am on camera. Especially when I'm in a good mood and I've had coffee or I'm excited, not when I'm like drained and like dead and like bitchy. Almost allowed me to break out of like the beauty guru mindset to be more personable and more like myself online, which I'm like really grateful for. I wouldn't say that I'm trying to be like her or copy her at all, but it definitely helped me find the style of video that I like producing the most. Someone said, you're a virgin. True. This is true. I just have standards. That's about it. You look like you stand pink drinks. LOL. I've never watched you before, only on IG. This is so funny because I hate pink drinks. Pinkity drinkities, I think, taste like Pepto-Bismol on ice. I think they're actually gross. Someone said you would die without an iced vanilla latte blonde espresso. This is true. That's what I get from Starbucks, if you guys didn't know. And they shut down the closest Starbucks to me on campus in Blacksburg, and that makes me mad because the closest Starbucks is across campus, across the drill field, all the way by Goodwin. And there's never any seats in it, which is also tragic because it means I have to walk all the way to get a coffee and all the way back to the library. Through the snow. Not to be dramatic, but like really. I assume you hate the math MPO as much as everybody else, LMAO. This is damn true, the math MPO can rot in hell. Sorry Virginia Tech, but you need to get a better system of math because computer lab is just not gonna cut it. Somebody said, you're gay. This is not true, I'm straight, like I think. I might be gay for my cat, that's about it. Someone said, you're a rich bitch. Only half of that is true, and I make no money, so you can do the rest. I hope you guys enjoyed me reacting to your assumptions about me. I feel like that was a really fun exercise activity. I don't know. If you have any more questions, leave them down below. I'll answer them. I feel like it's a fun time and very interesting. You guys were nice for the most part. I feel like I can maybe arrange this in the future where you guys can be anonymous and bully the living shiz out of me, so we'll see about that. Leave a comment, drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will see you guys next week with a new video, and keep in mind that like if I ever vape on camera, it's only gonna be with Maddie Smokes, so if somebody can arrange that, I'll be in touch.